I am your friend, and my love for you goes deep. There is nothing I can give you which you have not got already. I'm ad-libbing a bit, but there is
Mhm.
much, very much, that while I cannot give it, you can take it. No heaven can come to us unless our hearts find rest in today. Take heaven. No peace lies in the future, which is not hidden in this present little instance. Take peace. The gloom of the world is but a shadow behind the gloom, yet within our reach is joy. Take it. Take the joy. Life is so full of meaning and purpose, so full of beauty that you will find earth but cloaks your heaven. Courage then to claim it. That's all. Courage then to claim it. And so I greet you with profound esteem and with the prayer that for you now and forever, the day breaks and the shadows flee away. Is that beautiful?
Mm.
What do you get from that?
I just thought of Eckhart Tolle, how he's the power of now, just being really present. And when I'm not fearful of the future or worried about what's happening, then I can just be really happy with what I've got, because this moment is only an instant. It only lasts for a little bit. So, yeah, it takes a lot of courage to have faith and to sort of really sit with presence and be okay with it sometimes. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm going
Mm.
to send this to you also in the chat as a separate
Oh.
document because it's worth laminating and we're putting in a place you can always have it. It's one of the more powerful,
Mm.
small, concentrated comments I've ever seen.
Mm.
Letter
Mm.
to a friend. I'm just finding it now, and I'm going to send it
And
in the chat as an
and Gary, is
attachment.
it talking to yourself, like you're telling yourself that you are your own friend in a way? Is that how it's meant
It's
to be
always talking
interpreted?
to yourself.
Okay, okay, yeah, sure. So I was just thinking, yeah, like you are essentially you are your own best friend because you know yourself the best, and um, you can support yourself through things that some people just will never understand, or be patient and guide yourself through certain difficulties.
It
Yeah,
is. It is. It's an inside job. That's
yeah.
why he says, you take it. You take courage. You take heaven. You take peace. You take joy. You take love. Courage then to claim it because it's always there available. The difference is
Oh.
instead of wondering, do I deserve that? Am I good enough? What other people can think? Who gives a? I claim it. I choose it. I choose it. That's a very
Mm,
powerful statement.
mm, mm, mm.
Let me hear you say it out loud. I think it'd be good to have you own it by sharing it out loud. Go ahead.
Oh, to read it out?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
With full ownership. I'd like to not just reading it, but owning it. Go ahead.
So it's almost like I'm telling, so I clarify. So I'm telling
You
myself
are
in a
telling
way.
yourself. You're telling
Um,
yourself.
oh,
And
okay.
I'm witnessing you telling yourself.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I salute you. I am your friend, and my love for you goes deep. There is nothing I can give you which you have not got. There is much, very much that while I cannot give it, you can take. No heaven can come to us unless our hearts find rest in today. Take
Slow down a bit.
heaven. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Take heaven. No peace lies in the future which is not hidden in this present little instance.
Mm-hmm.
Take peace. The gloom of the world is just but a shadow.
There you go.
Behind it, yet within our reach, is joy. Take joy. Life is so full of meaning and purpose, so full of beauty, that you will find earth that cloaks your heaven. Courage then to claim it. That is all. And so I greet you with profound esteem and with the prayer that for you, now and forever, the day breaks and the shadows flee away.
Beautiful. Now, what did you get
Oh,
out of that? I can feel you've got a big shit-faced smile now. So something beautiful is
yeah.
happening.
It's almost like there's beauty everywhere you look. Sometimes it's covered by our thoughts, our perceptions, our worries, and or we don't look enough. And it's almost like you're peeling away the clouds, you're peeling away just looking. It's almost like you're taking off the all that mud. you know, from our eyes or something, and you're really looking and sensing everything. So I think the key is to be really present, like look, feel, touch, smell, taste, and really experience life, because it's just here. It's just ready to hold you. You just have to just go out there and just leap in it and enjoy it.
Now you're talking. You feel the
Yeah,
difference.
now
Your
I
energy
understand it
is,
better. Yeah, I
yeah.
understand it now that I've read it.
I think it's better when you read it out loud because then it becomes
Mm.
you. You know, it's no longer something that's separate from you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, courage to claim it, I think, is the key words of it. Courage to claim it. In other words, I choose. You can start your
Mm.
phrases from now on with the words, I choose. And that will
Mm.
put you in a more empowered state. I choose the state
Yeah.
that I wish rather than I'm waiting for it to happen or I'm hoping that it'll happen. I choose it. I choose
Mm.
the most wonderful position. I choose.
Yeah.
Feel how empowered you feel right now. What's shifting in your body from this conversation?
Um, yeah, like I feel like it's a bit more empowered rather than life happening to me. I can make life happen for me. And
That's
but
right.
there's a sense of gentleness, like it's already there. Like it's almost like it's you're being looked after. Everyone has their little guardian angels, you could say, and it's just about you stepping into that and trusting it as well. But I
It's just
think
I
uh,
stepping into that, not
oh,
you
I
stepping it.
step into
I
it.
stepping
Yeah,
it.
I step into it. Yeah. I know it's not, I don't, I want to loosen the intensity because sometimes, as you said, I'm very intense and I feel like I have to have it now. And how do I not get too impatient in wanting this now though? Like, how do
It's the same
I?
thing as in some of the wonderful treatises about guided visualization, about owning what you already desire as though it's already there. So with your
Mm,
beloved, for
mm,
example, I'm now I see you as with your beloved rather than someone else. But if you were still seeking, like you are with the job, but let's do it with the
mm,
job because it's better with that. Instead
mm,
of I see myself going to have a great job, it's different. I
mm,
choose seeing myself already in this job. And
mm,
whether it's manifest yet on the outside, the energy dynamic is already blueprinted with me on the inside. So I attract it by the force of magnetism because I'm holding this vision. I choose this vision as though it's already happening.
mm,
Therefore, it is attracted to me. Same thing with a
mhm, mhm,
beloved. If you're seeking a beloved, I am already with my eternal beloved. They are already with me, even though they may not have fully been there in the way that Rory is showing up, as in now he is starting to show up more and more on the outside as I want him to be inside. I
mm,
see that inside he has all those qualities and he's finding more and more ways to unravel them and to courage to claim it himself as we become
mm,
better and better partners. That's assuming you're moving together on the same path. That's where I'm going with right now. So
yeah.
I choose to see what I desire later as already happening, if not showing up physically on the outside. On the inside is the blueprint, the electromagnetic configuration, the diagram that is so much of what I want that it absolutely attracts the same energy to me.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. And also, can I just ask about what about if you have this imagery, how can you stop from being complacent and just saying, oh, I don't need to do anything and it'll just come to me? So is there some balance you need? So I still need to be active
It's
in
not,
reaching for what
no,
I want
what
or
you're
not?
saying is you're not saying that it's already realized on the outside. You're
Mm.
saying it's already realized on the inside.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I attract that condition from the outside to match my inner blueprint. You see what I'm doing with my
Mm.
hands? I'm making a
Mm-hmm.
picture of what I'm saying. So it's
Mm.
already here, and therefore
Mm.
it becomes real from the outside as I keep practicing being in this state on the inside. Then there's no difference. There's no separation. It's not
Okay,
like
yeah.
you can't possibly become complacent when it isn't fully materialized on the outside. I hold the vision on the inside, I see it on the outside, yet I keep drawing attention to it until it becomes real. Here's another example.
Mm.
the famous war from Alexander the Great and a battle with a man named Darius, Darius. Darius had far more men, far more military, but Alexander the Great, who never lost a battle in his life, was a far better strategist. So he put his men in the little places and the crevices between the hills, and they were able to conquer this big, huge tribe by being strategically placed. The thing that I'm actually leading to is what his men did. They sang songs about conquering Darius. They visualized it with all of their senses. They made paintings of it. They shouted about it. They celebrated. They drank wine around it. They celebrated the victory before it happened, until it happened.
Yeah, okay.
You can't get complacent about that until it's realized, and then you can move on to the next goal. Buckminster Fuller, great futurist Buckminster Fuller, had a statement that we as humans are problem solvers. And when we solve one problem, then we move on to a bigger problem. And it just keeps going that way. It's never complacency. You just keep going on. Nelson Mandela, in his beautiful book, A Walk to Freedom, in the last paragraph of this 700-page book, I only read the last paragraph.
No, all good.
He said, I have had many triumphs in my life, yet every time I reach the peak, I see another peak that's even higher than the one before.
Yeah.
I am not finished with my walk towards freedom. I am not complacent.
Okay, interesting. That's really interesting. And I feel like with that, what you were saying about Alexander the Great, like it was really positive, having the whole group together. There was a sense of communal spirit, that sort of high intensity, that strength was showing there. And it's just that positivity comes out there, like that sense of faith and hope that they've already got it. Like it's really nice, but they had
Exactly.
to work towards it energetically. And is it exhausting to do in such a way? Like, is it?
No, it's
Do I find?
energizing. It's the opposite. It doesn't take energy, it mobilizes energy. I sing, I shout, I whisper. You know, the affirmations that I often take you through when I have it in my book here. Let me show you something. Affirmations. In my book, I think you probably have a copy already of my
I think I do, yeah.
workbook. I'm sure I sent it to you somewhere along the way. I've created a simple little guide, and since I can't find it, I wrote it, so I'll just share it. Doesn't matter that I show you on a piece of paper. So sing, shout, whisper, mouth with no sound, mime with no mouth, write it down, say it in first person, I, say it in second person, you, say it in third person, she or he, say it in the royal we are this, we choose this, we have this, they want to acknowledge in them. Gibberish. So when you do it in this multi-sensorizing way, it encodes the new program in your cellular memory by the multiplicity of sensations, pronouns, and ways of expressing the same courage to claim it. I have that job. I see it. You could do a painting about it. I see a painting.
Yes, of course.
The more ways that you see it, the more you draw it to you. That will energize you rather than exhaust you. I recommend it because you're so artistic.
Yeah.
I would, if I were you, I might even do something like this because I'm very big on
vision
words
board or
and
something.
acrobatics. So one of the things I might do if I were you is, and I'm giving you homework or do your version of whatever you're spurred to do from what I'm about to say, is writing on a piece of oak tag or piece of paper in strong, thick magic marker, felt tip marker, put the words of the affirmation that I shared earlier with you. As I'm true to my own values, I magnetize the perfect job. Maybe do it in a spiral and do it in script, and then color it in. with whatever, and it will start to look like a stained glass window. It'll be beautiful. You'll still see the words, but you'll feel the energy of colors, of cooling and warming colors and shapes and forms
Mm.
that look like the words themselves. So whether it's that long statement or just a simple statement, I choose the perfect job that matches me or my essence. Fewer words is probably better. The fewest words, then you
Mm.
can be more colorful and less focused on the form, more focused on the essence, the energy.
Mm. That's
So
really
that's
useful.
I'd
Mm.
love to see you do that and send me a copy. So when we have our next session, I can actually see, yes. And I wouldn't be surprised if that actually attracts to you that same position that we're talking about, because that's how this works. That's
Mm.
how it works. You magnetize it because it's fun, it's engaging, and the energy itself that starts to wake up and go, oh, yes, yeah, I'll meet you there, as though it were a consciousness, because it is a consciousness.
Mm. Yeah, I think what you were saying, like with how you got me to read that quote and having my hand on the paper with creative like drawings or even mime it out or act it or dance out the
All
perfect
the
job,
above.
all of that
Yeah,
like
all of
is
that.
more embodied and it feels more how should I say, it encapsulates a bit more like through a sensory experience. Because I've done a vision board before, you've got the pictures up there, but I think it's not enough. Like you have it there, but I just feel like I need to create it um, in my own way. Yeah.
Exactly. Vision board, singing it, whispering it, make a little film about it with colors or shapes or forms or pictures or alphabet or flowers, or you can be so creative. And I'll bet that the more creative you are, the swifter it comes to you.
Ah,
Mark my
interesting.
words.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Powerful,
And
Charlotte.
then it's actually fun as well, and then I'm more likely to do it. Like
The more
to.
fun I have, the more successful I can be. The more successful I am.
Ah.
The more fun I am, the more successful I am. You just start putting these things together, turning it into statements, turning it into scripts, turning it into playful pictures and neon signs and glitter and words and acrobatics, and make a movie of it and sing a song about it and do a play of it with puppets talking, watch how you draw this to you so swiftly.
Thank you. Yeah.
Pleasure. What have you appreciated the most about this session? What has stuck out that you're going to practice that has benefited you the most?
And I think just even talking about the job in a creative way of attracting that job, not only through affirmations, but through that artistic expression of a painting or a drawing or that, through a dance or some kind of mime, because that sort of speaks to my performative Charlotte. But yeah, I'm learning to embody more about what I want through I choose. As opposed to, oh, life is just here for me to just accept, and I just accept whatever and
I choose
blow with
it.
the wind.
I
But
choose it.
I
I,
choose it. Yeah.
I
And
choose my greatest fulfillment. I
mm,
am that. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm going to turn the recording off for now. I want to still speak with you for a minute.